Our planet is facing a climate crisis. Greenhouse gases, like carbon dioxide, are warming the Earth. Hidden beneath the waves lies a powerful ally, blue carbon. Blue carbon is the carbon captured and stored by ocean ecosystems. These ecosystems are like underwater forests, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. This is the story of blue carbon, the ocean's secret weapon. Blue carbon refers to the carbon dioxide that is captured from the atmosphere. This capture happens through ocean plants and sediments. Mangroves, salt marshes and seagrasses are the superstars of blue carbon. These coastal and marine ecosystems are incredibly efficient at storing carbon. They absorb it from the air and store it in their leaves, roots and the soil beneath them. Mangroves, salt marshes and seagrasses are more than just carbon storage heroes. They are vital guardians of our coastlines. These ecosystems provide a buffer against storms and erosion, protecting coastal communities. Fish, crabs and other creatures rely on these habitats for food and shelter. Protecting and restoring blue carbon ecosystems is essential for a healthy planet and a sustainable future. Blue carbon ecosystems are incredibly efficient at capturing carbon dioxide. They absorb it from the atmosphere at a much faster rate than terrestrial forests. In fact, they can sequester carbon up to 10 times faster than forests on land. The underwater environment allows for faster plant growth and decomposition rates. Additionally, the dense root systems of mangroves, salt marshes and seagrasses trap sediments, further enhancing carbon storage. This makes them crucial allies in the fight against climate change. Not only do blue carbon ecosystems capture carbon quickly, but they also store it for incredibly long periods. The carbon absorbed by these ecosystems can remain locked away for centuries, even millennia. Mangroves, for example, can store carbon in their soils for thousands of years, as long as the ecosystems remain undisturbed. Seagrasses capture carbon in their leaves and the sediment beneath them. These sediment layers act as long-term carbon reservoirs, effectively trapping the carbon. It's a way to remove carbon from the atmosphere for generations to come. While terrestrial forests play a vital role in carbon sequestration, they cannot do it alone. Blue carbon ecosystems, despite covering a much smaller portion of the Earth's surface, are essential for maintaining a healthy global carbon balance. Although they cover less than 2% of the ocean floor, these incredible ecosystems store up to 50% of the carbon found in ocean sediments. Protecting and restoring blue carbon ecosystems is not just about preserving biodiversity. It's about safeguarding a critical carbon sink. These ecosystems are essential for mitigating climate change and ensuring a sustainable future for our planet. Blue carbon ecosystems play a critical role in regulating the global carbon cycle. Despite covering a relatively small area, these ecosystems are responsible for storing vast amounts of carbon. Mangroves, for instance, store approximately 10 billion tons of carbon globally. This is equivalent to the annual emissions of approximately 2.5 billion cars. Their ability to capture and store such large quantities of carbon makes them essential for mitigating climate change. Coastal wetlands, including salt marshes and seagrasses, are incredibly efficient carbon sinks. They store about 3 times more carbon per hectare compared to tropical forests. This highlights their importance in the fight against rising global temperatures. Beyond their role in carbon sequestration, blue carbon ecosystems are vital biodiversity hotspots. They provide habitat, breeding grounds and nurseries for a vast array of marine life. Mangroves, salt marshes and seagrasses provide essential habitats for over 70% of commercial fish species at some point in their life cycle. These ecosystems serve as nurseries, protecting juvenile fish and providing them with ample food sources. The intricate root systems of these plants offer shelter and protection for a wide range of species. From crabs and shrimp to migratory birds and marine mammals, these ecosystems are teeming with life. Their loss would have devastating consequences for marine biodiversity. Unfortunately, blue carbon ecosystems face numerous threats, primarily from human activities. Deforestation, coastal development, pollution, and climate change are among the leading causes of blue carbon ecosystem loss. Mangroves are often cleared for aquaculture, agriculture, and urban development, while salt marshes are drained for coastal construction. Pollution from agricultural runoff, industrial waste, and plastic debris poses a significant threat to these sensitive ecosystems. Additionally, sea level rise and ocean acidification, both consequences of climate change, further exacerbate the challenges faced by blue carbon ecosystems. The urgency to protect and restore blue carbon ecosystems cannot be overstated. These ecosystems are not only vital for mitigating climate change, but also for ensuring the health of our oceans and the well-being of coastal communities. Conservation efforts such as establishing marine protected areas and implementing sustainable fishing practices are crucial for safeguarding these valuable habitats. Restoration projects such as replanting mangroves and restoring degraded salt marshes offer hope for reviving these ecosystems and enhancing their carbon storage capacity. By taking action to protect these ecosystems, we are not only safeguarding biodiversity but also investing in a more sustainable future for generations to come. Blue carbon ecosystems are not only ecological treasures but also economic powerhouses. Their value to the global economy is immense, providing essential services that benefit millions of people worldwide. The global economic value of blue carbon ecosystems is estimated at a staggering $190 billion annually. This value stems from a range of services, including fisheries, tourism, and coastal protection. Fisheries in particular are heavily reliant on healthy blue carbon ecosystems. The livelihoods of millions of people depend on the productivity of these ecosystems. Beyond their economic contributions, blue carbon ecosystems provide invaluable coastal protection services. These ecosystems act as natural buffers, shielding coastlines from the damaging impacts of storms, erosion, and sea level rise. The dense root systems of mangroves, salt marshes, and seagrasses help to dissipate wave energy, reducing the impact of storm surges and preventing erosion. This natural infrastructure is essential for protecting coastal communities and infrastructure. As sea levels rise due to climate change, these ecosystems play an even more critical role in mitigating coastal risks. Recognizing the multifaceted value of blue carbon ecosystems has led to growing interest in investing in their conservation and restoration. These investments offer not only environmental but also economic and social benefits, creating a win-win scenario for people and the planet. Carbon financing mechanisms, such as carbon credits, are emerging as a promising avenue for funding blue carbon conservation and restoration projects. Investing in blue carbon restoration not only enhances carbon sequestration, but also creates job opportunities in coastal communities. Restoration projects often involve local communities providing employment and fostering a sense of stewardship over these valuable ecosystems. Beneath the ocean surface, a silent crisis is unfolding. The vibrant ecosystems that sequester vast amounts of carbon are under threat. Human activities are pushing these precious blue carbon sinks to their limits, jeopardizing their ability to mitigate climate change. Coastal development, often fueled by short-term economic gains, is encroaching upon these vital habitats, replacing them with concrete and infrastructure. Pollution from industrial waste, agricultural runoff, and plastic debris is poisoning these sensitive ecosystems, disrupting their delicate balance. The consequences of this destruction are far-reaching, impacting not only the environment but also human communities that depend on these ecosystems for their livelihoods and well-being. Human activities are pushing blue carbon ecosystems to the brink. Deforestation, driven by demands for timber, agriculture and aquaculture, is decimating mangrove forests globally. These ancient trees, once protectors of coastlines, are being felled at alarming rates, releasing stored carbon back into the atmosphere. Coastal development, driven by urbanization and tourism, is encroaching upon salt marshes and seagrass meadows. These ecosystems are being dredged, filled and paved over, destroying vital habitats and releasing stored carbon. Pollution from industrial discharge, agricultural runoff and plastic waste is poisoning blue carbon ecosystems. These pollutants suffocate marine life, disrupt food webs, and weaken the resilience of these ecosystems to other threats, such as climate change. The destruction of blue carbon ecosystems has dire consequences for the global climate. When these ecosystems are destroyed, they release stored carbon, contributing to climate change. Mangrove destruction alone contributes up to 19% of annual deforestation emissions. The loss of blue carbon ecosystems undermines efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Protecting and restoring blue carbon ecosystems is urgent. Their destruction jeopardizes climate efforts and millions of livelihoods. A multifaceted approach is needed involving all sectors. Stronger policies and sustainable management are essential. Research and monitoring are crucial for effective conservation. Our collective action determines the fate of these ecosystems. Blue carbon ecosystems are essential allies in the fight against climate change. These underwater forests act as natural carbon sinks, absorbing vast amounts of carbon dioxide. Protecting and restoring blue carbon ecosystems is crucial for mitigating climate change. These ecosystems provide a natural way to draw down carbon from the atmosphere. Blue carbon ecosystems are teeming with life, providing essential habitat for a vast array of marine species. These underwater gardens are biodiversity hotspots, supporting a complex web of life that is vital to the health of our oceans. Mangroves, with their tangled roots, offer shelter to juvenile fish, crustaceans and invertebrates. Salt marshes provide feeding grounds for migratory birds and nurseries for commercially important fish species. Seagrasses form the foundation of a complex food web, supporting everything from tiny snails to large marine mammals. Protecting these biodiversity havens is crucial for maintaining the health and productivity of our oceans. The health of blue carbon ecosystems is intricately linked to human well-being. These ecosystems provide numerous benefits to coastal communities, from supporting livelihoods to protecting against climate change impacts. Fisheries, a source of food and income for millions of people worldwide, rely heavily on healthy blue carbon ecosystems. Coastal communities also benefit from the protection that blue carbon ecosystems provide against storms and erosion. The dense root systems of mangroves and salt marshes act as natural barriers, absorbing wave energy and reducing the impact of storms on coastal infrastructure and communities. Investing in blue carbon ecosystems is an investment in a sustainable future. These ecosystems mitigate climate change, support livelihoods, and protect coastal communities. Recognizing blue carbon's value is essential for climate strategies and sustainable development. Protecting these ecosystems safeguards biodiversity and secures a sustainable future. Safeguarding our blue carbon legacy. Protecting blue carbon ecosystems is an environmental imperative and a responsibility to future generations. These treasures mitigate climate change, preserve biodiversity, and support coastal communities. We must act decisively to safeguard these vital ecosystems. A multifaceted approach involving governments, businesses, and communities is essential. Join the wave of change. The power to protect blue carbon ecosystems lies in the collective actions of individuals and communities. Every effort, no matter how small, contributes to preserving these invaluable resources. By spreading awareness about the vital role these ecosystems play, we can inspire action and encourage environmental stewardship. Supporting organizations dedicated to blue carbon conservation is impactful. Sustainable choices in our daily lives reduce our carbon footprint and minimize environmental impact.
For inquiries about blue carbon or to explore how we can assist you in achieving your net zero goals, contact Sustainable Technology Solutions. With our expertise in blue carbon projects, we provide innovative solutions to help measure, manage, and realize your sustainability ambitions. Let's work together for a sustainable future.